Alright, so we'll go over a warm-up here to get you guys ready for our lesson today. So, we're making this equation in point slope. For point slope, we need two things. Alright, we need two things for point slope. We need m, and we need x1 and y1. Help me out. Let's start with Richie.
Oh no.
How do you find m?
You find 2 points on the thing.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll pick 2 points here real quick. You got one right here and one right here. If you didn't use these points, it doesn't mean you're wrong.
I use those exact 2 points.
And then we go rise over up.
You go
1,
4.
2, 3, 4.
Over 7.
Over, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 over 7.
Yeah.
Keith, go to Chromebook.
Mine
Take your head off.
No, you can hear.
You did it the wrong way. Because you got to go from left to right and you go up. That's fun. Remember, always go from left to right. And on the left, you got to go up and then over. And then we need an x1 and a y1. And to get your x1 and y1, all you got to do, pick a point. It does not matter which one. So your answer might be different than the one I got up here. That doesn't mean you're wrong. I'm going to pick this one right here, just for funsies. And remember, it's an x, comma y. It is not a slope, so they're different. So to get this point, I have to go over 1, 2. That's going to be my x1. And then I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, which is my y1. And now that I've got this, I've gotten everything I need to make my actual equation. This is my, I forgot to probably say that's my m right there. Yeah, Alex.
How'd you get to?
For x1?
Yeah.
Start here in the middle, 1, 2.
Oh.
If you did a different point, like if you did this point right here, you're going to get something else. You're going to get like 9 and, I don't know, something else. I don't know off the top of my head. So, if you didn't use this x1 and y1, that's fine. It does not mean you're wrong. But I have to actually fill in my equation up here. So I'm going to replace m with my number, x1 and y1 with my number. There we go, y minus 4 equals 4 over 7, x minus 2. And that's it. So if you didn't get this exact thing, it doesn't mean you're wrong. Remember, point slope is always a little weird. It could be, you could get this answer, you could get something completely different and still be right.
Wait, okay. Why are we doing the same?
Because we're doing something a little different. You'll see. We'll see. Headphones out, Keith. Thank those are going to please. We don't really need it for a lesson today. Thank you. Okay, so for our last lesson for this chapter, we're going to be making scatter plots.
Oh.
Yeah, a couple of you guys have probably done this before. What are you doing here? Get out of here, man.
So what was the answer?
Oh no, I forgot to get rid of this stop. Or I forgot to get rid of your line. Oh no, I forgot to delete that. Oh well.
What grade is that?
Your answer was right here. This whole equation is your
Oh, so I
answer.
could put that in.
I turned it off. Nice try, Richie.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it, so this was
Walked you through half of it.
wrong. No.
And then I told you what to do for the last piece. And you passed this quiz yesterday.
Okay. I
After
get it.
school.
No, I didn't.
Alright, I meant to delete that line you got on your thing there, so. Oh well. Okay, so we're going to make a scatter plot, and we're going to find the equation of a line of best fit. A scatter plot is just a bunch of dots graphed together. That's all a scatter plot is. Just a bunch of dots. So if you look down here, we have 0, 11, 2, 8, 3, 7, 7, 2, 8, 0. We're going to make a scatter plot of this, and each one of these is going to be a dot. We can put a dot at 0, 11, 2, 8, 3, 7, and we're going to go through it here in a minute.
I know.
Actually, you know what? Let's do it right now. So we're going to make a scatter plot. So I'm going to make a dot for each one of these points. So just to help me out, I got plus x here, negative x, I got positive y, plus y, I got negative y, just to help me remember where to go. My first dot is going to be at 0, 11, which means I'm going to start right here in the middle. I'm going left and right 0, and then I'm going to plus 11, so it's a positive 11, right?
Would some of them be like on the line?
Yeah, this one will be on the line, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Very top dot right there. Very top dot. Okay? And I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to put dots for each one of these. My next one is at 2, 8. X is 2, it's positive 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2 on my positive X side. And then Y is positive 8, so I'm going to go up 8 on positive Y side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. And I'm going to keep going. And I know this is kind of annoying to do, but I do want you to practice doing it. Alright, then I have 3, 7. I'm going to go start in my middle, go to 3 and positive X. 1, 2, 3. And 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my positive Y side. And I got 2 more. I got 7, 2, and 8, 0. 7, 2 means first one is always my X. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my positive X. Up 1, 2. My last one is 8, 0, which means I'm going to go 8 on my positive X, and I'm going up and down 0, so my dot's going to be right there. So there's actually 2 on those lines this time. Alright, we just made a scatter plot. This is all a scatter plot is, just a bunch of dots. And this one wasn't too bad because we only had 5 dots. It's going to get a little tougher with dots, but that's Alright, we're going to make a line of best fit, which you guys already have in your paper because I forgot to delete it, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be on point, which we'll talk about. So, a line of best fit, all that is a straight line that represents the overall trend. Sometimes I will call this a trend line when I make it. So if I say line of best fit or if I say trend line, I mean exactly the same thing. Okay, so what you gotta to keep in mind with a trend line, there is no one exact place you have to do it. So when I say trend line, I mean a straight line, and I don't mean connect dots. I don't mean go from here to here to here to here to here. Don't connect dots. I want you to take like you have a ruler. Actually, I might hand out rulers here a little bit. It's like you have a ruler, and you're gonna put your ruler right in the middle and follow the trend. Which way are these dots going? Are they going up or down, left or right? What? Down and right, right? So my trend line I'm going to make, and it's going to look about like that. This line is going in the same direction as the dots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's in pretty much the same spot as dots. It doesn't actually have to touch these dots. It's just got to be kind of in the same spot, which is fine. Like it's really only touching this one dot right here, which doesn't matter because it's still in the middle. Trend lines can be in different places. So for example, if I put my line, let's see, if I took my line and I put it about like this, does it still follow the trend?
Yeah.
This one might even be just a little bit better, because it's more in the middle. What if I took my line and I went like this? Does that follow the trend?
No.
No, that's off. So even though this is a little closer, or it's kind of close, it's not very good. So this is going to be my trend line about right there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it, close. Overall trend. So what we're going to do today is practice with these trend lines and making scatter plots. And kind of like I was just talking about on this plot, make sure you make your trend line kind of go in the middle as many dots as possible. So for example, if I was going to make a trend line on this one right here, I want my trend line to go down and right, about right there. Sounds pretty good. This next one, it's kind of hard to say, right? I mean, they're going down and right, but they're a little more spread out. It's a little tougher to do, but I still want to make my line go down and right. This one, up and right, they're a little spread out, so, well, about right there. This one is pretty nice. I can put it about right there. What about this one on the far right? Which way are these dots going?
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. I don't know. I can't tell. They do kind of look like they're going up a little bit.
I know,
Maybe my line
it's
should
not
look
big.
like, maybe it should be like that. But if you can't see which way you're going, just pick one. They go there. And
Right,
there.
right through the middle of it.
Right through the middle. You want to go like this? Or like this?
Like up there and then to the right.
And then you just
Right.
did. Okay.
A little more.
Okay.
Yeah, more. Yeah,
So if you can't see a direction your dots are going, it doesn't really matter how your trend line is. Just make something up, I don't care. But, like on these other 4, there is a definite direction. Even though some of them are kind of spread out, you can still tell which way they're going. Alright. So, we are going to make a... Oh, I forgot to delete this line too. What was I doing?
What?
I forgot to delete that line that's on there.
He's saying it's your fault.
Yeah, Dylan, it's your fault totally. You distracted me.
I thought he was trying to say if somebody sit by me. I was like, alright,
No, I
this
forgot to
kid.
delete that line. Alright, we're gonna skip this one, because I want to do one without a line. That was my bad. We're gonna skip this one. Skip that one. Alright, we're gonna look at this one. This will not be an A class because we're skipping that other one. Okay, so we are going to have to graph the scatter plot. This one's a little different because this one, instead of having x comma y, it's got a table, which we've worked with tables before. On this one, what's my x? Jared, which one's x? See if you remember. Left or right side?
The left.
Yep, left side is x, right is y. Remember, when you look at a table, this is a table, it's either x or the top is always, or the left or the top is always x, and the right or the bottom is always y. Okay, so let's look through here, and we're going to have to graph these, right? Let's look at our x's. We're going to have to think back a little bit to some other chapters. What's my biggest x?
19.
Do you want to count 19 lines down here?
No.
What should we make x's go by instead?
Threes.
How about 2s? 3s will be okay. 3s are okay. But I'm going to go by 2s. So yeah, if you went by 3s, I would take that. But I'm going to go by 2s. I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Like that. Make it by 2s, because I don't want to count 19. That's a pain. Dylan, you get his notes down, man?
Yeah.
Quit messing with the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, no.
Set it off.
No, I'm just joking. That's something there.
I was gonna say,
I'm just
you're the
hoping-
math teacher.
hoping you would jump or something. It'd be fun. Alright. So, our x's, I'm going by 2s because I don't want to count all the way to 19 by 1s. And then let's look at my y's. What's my biggest y?
245.
Do you want to count up 245? No. What should we go by in y's, you think? You want to go by 150?
50.
Let's go by 50s. That's a little better. 50s or maybe 25s. The 50s are okay. So I'm going to go by 50s. So we're going to go 50, 100, 100, 150, 200.
Can I borrow this pencil on your desk?
You can. 250.
What?
Want something.
Oh,
Hit 7 on my keyboard. And I picked the 7.
it's my lucky number.
More. 'Cause after that, we're doing a pop quiz. Still made me mad.
Well, because the number 7.
Alright, so on my x's I went by 2s, on my y's I went by 50s. We have done this before. If you're still not sure when you go through your stuff, I'll help you out. Alright, and now we're going to have to make this scatter plot. And we're going to have to do some estimating, because some of these aren't going to be exactly on some nice numbers. So let's go 350 is my first one. X is 3, y is 50. So 3 is going to be here in the middle. 50, I'm lucky enough to actually have that exactly on y. It's right there. Next is 9, 190. 9 on my x-axis is here in the middle. And 190 is going to be just a little below my 200. It's going to be about right there. And I'm just going to estimate. That's probably not exactly, but that's pretty close. Then I got 7, 170. 7 is right here for my x. 170 170 is going to be about right there. About right there. And we're going to keep going. 10, 185. 10 is here. 185 is about right here-ish. Remember, these are just estimations. I probably should have gone by 25, so that would have been a little easier to see, but oh well. Then I have another 7, and this time 165. So 7 was right here. 165 is going to be a little lower. Yeah, right there. Slow down. All we're doing is just graphing dots. And my last one is 19, 245. 19 is here. 245 is like way up here. Okay, I'll give you time to finish off your dots. Richie, get your dots on there. Gee, wake up. It's super fun math time.
That's pretty fun,
Yeah,
but
man.
it's not being taught.
Just being lazy. I'm doing real good here. You're just messing around with my fire extinguisher.
Said it's gonna set off.
Touch it wrong. It's gonna be like, nope.
You gotta unhook that and then
So I'll give you about another minute. Finish off your dots.
people.
And these are just estimations. They don't have to be like right on, which is okay. And then after that, we're going to make our trend line, our line of best fit. And the big thing we're doing today after that is we're going to find the equation of our trend line. So we're going to take what we did on our warm-up, and we're going to find the equation of this line we make.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the equation? Y equals mx.
Y minus y1 equals z. That's x minus x1. Not equation. What? Learn to use some more numbers, Richie. Actually, nothing on this lesson you haven't done before. We're just putting different things together that you've never done before.
Graphing.
Yeah, so we're doing graphing,
dots.
and are making our scatter plot, and making a line and finding the equation. You have done all of this before. We're just putting it all together now. Alright, so I gotta make my trend line. Which way is my trend line gonna go? Up, down, left, right, what? Which way, Zoe?
Side to the right.
To the side.
To the side it goes.
Zoe, which way is my trend line going? Yeah. Up and right, right? So I'm gonna say my trend line is, it's right there. That's good enough. Actually, let me change the color of this so it's a little easier to see.
Oh wait, that's 245?
Alright, so I've got this trend line now. So this line right here is my trend line. I am going to find the equation of this trend line, of this line of best fit. Because it says make a scatter plot and find an equation of the line of best fit. And I'm going to use point slope. Y minus y1 equals m, parentheses x minus x1. Okay, and this is where everybody gets confused about this, so make sure you pay attention. I'm going to find the equation of the line. I don't care about my dots anymore. I do not care about these purple dots on here. I just needed these dots to make my line. So don't erase them, because we still want them on there. But I don't really care about them now. So I'm going to find the equation of this line, and I'm going to ignore these little dots I made for my scatter plot. So, to find this equation, I need my slope, and I need a point. So yours might look a little different, and that's fine. I'm going to find two dots, I know for sure. I know this one, I know this one right here for sure. That one right there. And I know, I'm just going to estimate and say this one's close enough. Okay, I got to find my slope now. So I'm going rise over run, and I'm going 1, 2, 2 up. But, Richie, what did I make my y's go by?
Let's see.
What did I make y's go by?
Y's go by
50, right? Did I go up 2? How much did I go up with my y here?
You went by like.
So I went up 2 lines, but you said each line was worth what? 50, right? So I actually went up 100. So be careful. I made my y's be worth 50. I really went up 100. My rise is 100. And then, Allison, what did I make my x's go by? What did I make my x's go by? 2. So when I do my run, I'm really going 2, 4, 6, 8.
Ooh, I got you.
Count my 2s, yeah.
Shut up.
What you get for messing up my fire extinguisher? Nothing but sass. It's still got stuff in there.
You gotta use it
You can't
before?
set it off. No. The school has never been set on fire. So no,
This
I
little
cannot use a
school,
fire
we just
extinguisher.
let it burn.
Hey, where'd you go in 100?
Okay. What?
Because the size.
What did I make my y's go by? 50, right? 50, 100.
It's like,
Oh, oh.
So I went up 2 lines, but each line equals 50. And then I'm going to pick a point for my x1 and y1. I'm going to pick this point right here, which is at 12, comma, 50, 100, 150, 200. At 12, 200. For a lot of the stuff you do today, you're going to get some big numbers for your equation, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So I've got my m right here. I have x1 and y1. I need to put it together to make my final equation. Y minus 200 is going to equal...
Wouldn't that be 250?
No, 250 is right here. There's one up higher. This is only 200. 50, 100, 150, 200. So my equation, y minus 200 equals 100 over 8, x minus 12. A lot of work, right?
yeah, that's gonna take too long.
And there's actually one more piece, but we're going to skip it.
Yeah.
We're going to skip this estimate part.
Another piece.
Yeah, we're going to skip it. I said, Richie, chillax. Relax, bro. All right. On this next part, actually, let me back up. Is anybody still getting this down?
What the? Yeah.
That's your equation.
My question's right here. I got it.
Okay,
But
Alright,
I just skip it in mine,
while you're waiting for you. Alright, on this next one, do you guys want to do the scatter plot part together, or do you want to do it on your own?
I don't know.
Alright, I want you to make the
Wait, never
scatter
mind,
plot.
never mind, never mind, never mind.
Okay, well,
Why
I'll
is
get
she
you
the only
started.
one speaking for all of us?
I'll get you started, and then you guys are going to finish it off. I'll get you started first. Okay, let's look at our x. What's our biggest x?
54.9.
That's why. Remember,
12.
You want to go by ones? Or what?
Ones.
Ones are fine. Going all the way to 12 is fine. And if you go by ones, you don't need to actually write your numbers down. You only write your numbers down when you go by something other than 1. What's your biggest y?
54.9.
What do you want to go by?
Too many letters. I mean, numbers. It's numbers.
You can go by tens.
Let's go by 5s. 10s is
I
okay,
was thinking
but
about
10
fives.
would make it a little small.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to start.
Let's go by 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Alright, I got help you get your Y's set up. I want you to make your scatter plot, put all your dots on there on your own, and then you guys are actually going to go around and you're each going to put a dot on here if we have enough dots. I'm not sure. Up to you. So, go through, make your scatter plot now. Put your dots. First dot is at 1, 2.5, and you're just going to estimate where it goes. That's fine. Yeah, you're just going to estimate. Like, I don't have 2.5 exactly on here. So I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go, yeah, that's about right there.
Like, I estimate that if I blow you with this, I'll get a referral. And
You would
trouble
actually
with
probably
police.
be expelled.
Hospital.
If you sprayed something
Expelled
with that,
what?
you would be expelled.
You what?
I said, I estimate if I sprayed you with this, I would be expelled and in trouble with the police.
Why?
It's not like, the stuff that's in that, if you breathe it in, it can be really bad for you. So it would be like hitting someone with a baseball bat, basically. Be like,
Yeah.
same type of idea.
And plus it's really
You would
cold.
be expelled and probably go to jail. Or just
Do
regular
it, do
chat.
it.
Alright, make your scatter plot.
I'll do it to you.
Make your scatter plot. Put all your dots. Dots, dots,
Oh,
dots.
that's your
More dots. More dots.
So you go to 1 and then you go over.
Yep. 1,